Hi gamers! The gaming year is in full swing now, with some great games that have come out in the spring. More to come later, but I'd like to share some of my thoughts on some of these games that I've played. In this episode we'll be talking about Mass Effect 3, Kid Icarus Uprising, and some retro Metroid 2, The Return of Samus. Let's start with Kid Icarus. Yeah, the 3DS is really picking up steam. Great games coming out every few months ever since it was released, and Kid Icarus, it's really great to see. It's one of the few Nintendo series that they haven't made many sequels to. I guess the other would be, I don't know, Punch-Out, although that one had a third iteration on the Wii not too long ago. But yeah, this is the third Kid Icarus game, and it's quite different to the originals, which were, more of adventure games, I guess, although there was some pretty linear action in those as well, but this is purely that. Some very minor adventuring to be found here. It's only a really great action game. Personally, I like more of the flying sections. Each level is basically cut in half into a flying section and an on-foot section, and the flying section plays like a Panzer Dragoon or Res or something like that. It's on rails, and because it's on rails, the speed is great, and the eye candy is there, and of course the touch screen lends itself to some great action. Not so much with the on-foot sections. There are definitely some control issues there. You can tweak the controls quite a bit to your liking, but I don't know, I never got those just right. There was always something a bit off, whether it was the sensitivity or just plain moving the camera around. So that really hindered my enjoyment of the on-foot sections. But yeah, the flying sections are absolutely fantastic. And there's a very decent online multiplayer here as well, and tons and tons of unlockables. It'll be a long time when you're finished with this game, 100%. Lots and lots of weapons that you can use in the single player game and the multiplayer, so there's that incentive to keep playing as well. And it works. You have to wait a small while to find a game, but the online works like a charm. I don't know what else to say about this. It's pretty much an essential 3DS game. Definitely one of the best on the system so far. It really has been designed with the 3DS in mind. Even though there are some issues with the controls, this could really have benefited for a full Circle Pad Pro support. But sadly, the movement is really restricted to the touch panel, which I kind of admire, because, like I said, they really designed this for the 3DS, and it can be designed for any other system in this form. Great use of 3D effects as well, especially on the on-rails sections when you're flying. So everything is they're throwing stuff at the screen, and the speed is really great. So yeah, if you have a 3DS, be sure to pick this one up. Next, let's go retro here. Metroid 2, Return of Samus. I don't get to play retro as much as I'd like. As you probably know, I have quite a few games, but yeah, I'd like to have more time to play them. But keeping up with the modern systems, whether it is for I want to do it, but I guess I also have to stay on top of things because of my job as well. So I don't get to play retro as much as I'd like. But yeah, when I got this, I hadn't played this before. It was actually the last Metroid that I was missing in my collection. I was really happy to try this one out, and it is a great game. I have to hand it to the black and white Game Boy. It really had some great games on it. This isn't a small game, a short game by any means, even though it is for an old handheld. There's some great adventuring in here, huge overworld, and yeah, basically all the things that made the first Metroid so great are back here. And if you play this through the Super Game Boy adapter on your Super Nintendo or the Game Boy player on the GameCube, you don't even have to worry about the black and white graphics then. One, yeah, battery backup and all, so that was even an improvement over the NES game that used password to save your games. But if there's one thing that I have to say against this game is that it really should have included a map. Yeah, imagine playing, I don't know, Super Metroid without a map. That's impossible. You know, try to find every secret there is, and all, maybe even just normal advancement through the game. It's really tough, especially here. I guess they needed to save some space on the cartridge or something like that, so many of the corridors look exactly the same, so it's very easy to get lost here. And I don't know, if you pick this up now, I would suggest that you print out a map from the web or something like that. So I don't know, it would really add to the enjoyment of the game. I know I had to resort to an online map here, and I'm not ashamed to admit that. So that was something that this game missed, but it really is one of the best Game Boy games there is. And yeah, further proof that you don't need powerful consoles or even color to deliver a great game. So kudos to Game Boy. And finally, let's talk about Mass Effect 3. And I think many of you have played this game, and yeah, I'll get to the ending at the end. I'll try to avoid any spoilers, but I don't know, I'm a really big fan of Mass Effect trilogy. Even though I'm not fanatical about it, I don't memorize every single piece of backstory and you know, who's who and stuff like that. So I guess I'm not the biggest fan as such. I know there are some people who follow Mass Effect religiously. I'm not one of those, but I just enjoy that they are really great games. I think the action, the battle, and also the item and character management have improved on every installment, and as such, Mass Effect 3 is probably the best game in the series. I also enjoy that, yeah, the plot is, there's a lot going on here. The stakes couldn't be bigger, and as such, it's one of the most epic storylines on video games, in my opinion. But the ending, how should I put this without spoiling it? Well, in my opinion, there was nothing wrong with it. Okay, there were a couple of holes in it for sure, but yeah, nothing worth the furor over the net that it has it has fallen upon it. And yeah, I really don't know what the fans are so upset about. It's BioWare's game. They can end it the way they want. And yeah, sure, there wasn't that much choices, I guess, or variety in the endings. But I have to disagree about the choices because I can think of bigger things to choose from than the ones that Mass Effect 3 gave you at the end. So yeah, I was really pumped to make those choices. And yeah, of course you probably know by now that it isn't a happy ending. That's not a spoiler, because if it was a happy ending, people would be complaining about it. But yeah, you'll be the judge. Of course, there is the one theory that what happened in the end wasn't really the true ending, and you know, after looking into it, I have to agree. It is quite plausible that they will be making something quite different, and there were there were clues that not everything is as it seems. But well, I personally hope that there isn't anything beneath the surface, and everything is as it seems. And I sure as hell hope that BioWare doesn't change anything in the ending, because that would be the beginning of the end for many plot-driven games. You shouldn't. The fans shouldn't have that sort of influence on you. If a game studio makes yeah, a work of art, in my opinion, they shouldn't be coerced in changing it the way the fans would like. So that's my take on that. And yeah, we'll see what the DLC has in store that is coming. I hope it just fleshes out the endings that we have now and doesn't change them too drastically. Still, Mass Effect, even though if you hate the ending, it doesn't hinder the greatness that the games hold to them. The first two as well, and the third as well. And if you haven't played these, go ahead, start right on the first game, and yeah, try to enjoy the ending, and hopefully you won't get spoiled, even though it's quite difficult in today's internet to avoid spoilers on Mass Effect 3, but I hope you do it and have a great time with it. And I suppose that's all for now. Thanks for watching this video. I'll see you next time. Bye.